Welcome to Edinburgh and the Assembly Hall on the Mound, where today the Scottish Parliament met for the first time just through those doors. It's not been a day of high drama, but rather one of procedure and getting down to business. Coalition talks between Labour and the Liberal Democrats were temporarily put on hold to allow MSPs to take the oath and elect a presiding officer, the equivalent of the Speaker in the House of Commons. Dave Cowan has been watching this historic first day.
At 9:31 this morning, history was made.
Welcome to this, the first meeting of the Scottish Parliament, established under the Scotland Act 1998.
Scotland's first Parliament in 292 years was underway. Winnie Ewing, the country's oldest MSP, was first to be sworn in.
I, Winifred Margaret Ewing,
do solemnly.
She then took the role of acting presiding officer. Over 2 hours later, she summed up what had happened.
The Scottish Parliament adjourned on the 25th day of March in the year 1707 is hereby reconvened.
She'd been followed in taking the oath by the leaders of the parties.
I, Donald Campbell-Dewar.
I, James Robert Wallace.
I, David William McCletchy.
Alex Salmond made a brief statement before affirming his allegiance to the Queen.
As an SNP parliamentary group, our primary loyalty is with the people of Scotland, in line with the Scottish constitutional tradition of the sovereignty of the people.
The terms of the oath attracted a protest from the Parliament's independent MSP.
Can I make it clear that I believe in the sovereignty of the people of Scotland rather than the sovereignty of any monarch?
And for the Scottish Socialist leader Tommy Sheridan, it was clearly a painful task.
My vision for Scotland is of a democratic socialist republic where the supreme sovereignty lies with the people of Scotland and not an unelected monarch. I therefore take this affirmation under protest.
His fist clenched and speaking through gritted teeth, he formally joined the Parliament.
And bear true allegiance to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth.
The rest of the MSPs followed. One SNP member added an extra line to her oath.
To the people of Scotland and to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth.
The words "the people of Scotland" made that oath illegal, and she had to do it again.
To Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth, her heirs and successors according to law.
In the afternoon, the process completed, the chamber was packed as MSPs returned to choose the presiding officer. In stark contrast to the bitter fighting of the election, a friendly atmosphere prevailed.
The following valid nominations for the position of presiding officer have been received. Mr. George Reid, Sir David Steele.
There was even time for some hilarity as Mrs. Ewing explained the procedure for the secret ballot.
The table on my left-hand side should be used by members with surnames beginning with the letters A to M, but not Mick or Mac.
Dennis Canavan complained that the new era of open politics in Scotland was starting with a secret vote.
And it was supposed to herald a new era of open democracy, and our first vote is going to be a secret.
But it went ahead, watched by galleries now packed with the public and press. The two candidates conferred, the votes were counted and the result declared.
Mr. George Reid, 44, Sir David Steele, 82.
The first presiding officer of the Scottish Parliament made an emotional opening address.
Last week, William McIlvenney, in a poem, talked about the Scottish lion becoming a kitten again, which must be cherished, and we must cherish this Parliament. This is the start of a new saying. Thank you.
The second secret ballot for the deputy presiding officer resulted in a tie between George Reid and Labour's Patricia Ferguson. It was retaken with a clear result for the Labour candidate this time. After the vote for the second deputy, it was third time lucky for Mr. Reid. The MSPs ended the session with a group photograph. It had been a day of emotion, history, drama and politics. A day when Scotland got its Parliament back.